As we are only a few weeks out from the end of another financial year, I thought you may get some value from a short video looking at a few of the things that you may want to consider before 30 June and just to go over some of the main questions we get asked at this time of year. I'd just like to stress, however, that anything I talk about today really needs to be considered taking your personal circumstances into account. So I can't stress enough how important it is that you talk to us before acting on anything I'm about to go through. Something that we get asked quite often about, and especially since the recent federal budget, is the current capital allowances concession being offered by the government. You may know this as the $20,000 claim for assets that you buy for your business. This deduction is available in this financial year and the coming financial year, and at this stage is set to end by 30 June 2017. Now, there were some announcements about this in the recent federal budget, but we can only talk about the law as it stands today. If there are any changes that come about because of the budget, then we'll look at doing a future video update for you. The key thing here is that for your business to qualify for this deduction, you need to be a small business entity, which means you need to have an aggregated business turnover of less than $2 million. If that's the case, then you can go out, you can buy a qualifying asset for your business worth up to $20,000 and get an immediate tax deduction for that asset purchase. Without this legislation, what would happen is that the business asset you'd buy would be depreciated and progressively claimed over a number of years. Now let's look at superannuation. In the area of superannuation deductions, if you are planning on making a concessional contribution into superannuation before 30 June, then the current amount that you can contribute if you are 49 years of age or less is $30,000, and if you are over 49 years, it's $35,000. Now again, there have been some recent federal budget announcements in this area, so it's really important that you speak to us or your superannuation advisor first. Just a reminder that if you employ staff and have superannuation guarantee payments to make, you will have to have made these payments by 30 June 2016 if you intend on claiming the tax deduction in this current financial year. Again, with superannuation, the government has been talking about SuperStream for the last few years. So if you are an employer who employs fewer than 19 staff, you really need to have this in place and finalised by 30 June this year. Regarding your PAYG payment summaries, or group certificates as you may know them by, they need to be provided to your staff by 14 July 2016 with the appropriate PAYG reconciliation lodged with the tax office by 14 August 2016. For those of you who operate through trust structures, we will again this year be preparing and sending out to you your draft 2016 trust distribution resolution by email. If you haven't received your email by 27th of June, then give us a call. When you receive the email with the draft resolution attached, please check it thoroughly to make sure that it is accurate. If not, then amend it and then sign and return it back to us before 30 June 2016. What I've spoken about today are only a few of the things that we could talk about, but I did want to keep today's video short. So as I said at the start, it is really important that you speak to us first about your specific circumstances, especially if you are unclear, uncertain, or you don't know if something I've spoken about applies to you. Thanks again for listening. I'm Joe Buccolo of Prudent Partners Accountants, and I'm looking forward to getting back to our regular video series in the coming weeks. Thank you.